Hey guys, this is Sumner Healey from landinvestor.co, and I'm going to show you guys how to achieve financial freedom in 2023 and crush your goals. This is going to be under the guise of land investing, but truth be told, the framework I'm going to share with you could be applicable to any other endeavor in your life. And look, financial freedom is certainly not everything, but what I've seen from the folks that have gone through our Land Investing Accelerator program is that most people that begin their land investing journey, they're doing it because they do want some level of financial freedom, right? And it's not about making $10 million. It's about ensuring that they have options, right? Having optionality in your life and having the ability to choose what you want your days to look like is one of the highest pursuits, in my opinion. And it's not about being materialistic. It's not about being frivolous with your money or being flashy to get other people's attention. It's about having options in your life, and that's something that I certainly support. I grew up with a single mom for most of my life. Money was always incredibly tight, and as I've started to earn more, I've realized that it definitely does not solve all of your problems by any means, and there's some additional stress that comes with it for certain, but to have choices and to be able to design your life how you'd like. I'm in the big island of Hawaii for a month, and being able to do things like that is incredible. And I think it's having the ability to choose how you spend your time is a worthwhile pursuit. So enough rambling for me. Let me break down the framework that I have used in my life to grow a multi-7-figure land investing business in just the last few years. So let's dive into it. So anytime that we are building out a goal, and let's say the goal is financial freedom in 2023, we want to first set the belief, right? We need to instill this level of confidence within ourselves. We have to actually believe that what we're going after is achievable. It's one thing to set a goal, it's another thing to believe in the core of your being that it is something that you can achieve. And so we first need to set the belief. There is no goal without belief. We need to be really, really clear in terms of feeling empowered that yes, we can do this. The next is we need to reverse engineer how to get to our goal. As you guys saw in our last video, we broke down exactly how to make 6 figures profit in your land investing business, the exact play-by-play of what needs to happen to get there. You need the same thing for any goal. You need a way to break it down into bite-sized chunks, and this is going to kind of feed into that belief, right? Like this is like this positive feedback loop where you have belief, so you go further and then you build out the plan, then you look at the plan and you say, wow, I can do this, and it feeds into your belief, and that helps more and more and more. Again, I think a lot of people set these really lofty goals and they have no roadmap of how to get there, right? And if I said, hey, I want to go to New York City for 2023, that's my goal. But if I didn't have a map to get there, how am I going to get there? It's a ridiculous assumption. It's the same thing for any financial goals or really any other goal in our life. We need to break down a very clear, systematic roadmap of how we're going to go and accomplish that goal. So the next thing that we need to do is we have our plan built out. We need to look at the plan and compare it to our current life, our current habits, our day-to-day routine, and ask ourselves what needs to change. I did this exercise about a year and a half ago in my own land investing business, and I had been stuck at the mid 6-figure a year mark, but I wanted to go to 7 figures and beyond of profit. Like I wanted to go and say, hey, I want to go make $1 million or $2 million in a year. Well, let me break down the plan, and I broke down the plan. And then the next thing that I needed to figure out is, well, what's different from the plan to what I'm doing today? And there was a few really glaringly obvious kind of roadblocks that I had created within my day-to-day habits or my day-to-day routines. Most of that came down to not marketing enough in my land business and not having the right people in the right seats in my business, aka hiring the right players to get us to where we needed to go. And so you just cross-reference, right? You have your plan, then you look at, well, what am I doing today? Where's the disconnect? And you might look at that and say, holy F, everything is disconnected. It's a full 180. I'm not doing anything today that's feeding into that. Or what really might happen, and it's kind of the best case scenario, is you say, hey, there's only 1 or 2 levers that I need to pull to get me to actually execute on this plan or to get this plan in motion. That's the best case scenario. It's not going to be the same for all of us, but you need to compare and contrast. Here's my roadmap. Here's my plan. Here's what I'm doing today. What's the difference? The next thing you need to do is begin implementing now. And I think if I were to have any special gift in the world, which I don't think I have many, but if I had one special ability, one superpower, it's the ability to implement immediately. And I can be very, very sloppy with the way I take action. I can be sometimes careless, but I always take action quickly. And what I've learned by doing that is momentum is your best friend, right? If you are having to will your way and discipline your way through the entire journey, it's going to be really, really difficult. If you just have to will and discipline your way to getting started today and tomorrow and the next day, and the momentum begins to stack, then that momentum takes over, it overrides the need for discipline, and then you're off to the races. This is exactly how I built this YouTube channel. Initially, it was like pulling teeth to film these videos. I hated it, but once I would go and log into our YouTube Creator Studio and I would see, oh my God, we got 10 new subscribers today, or this video, got this many views, or I got this many comments, or these new people signed up for our program, and I started to see that what I was doing was actually having a positive impact, and there's like that feedback loop happening. That momentum was addicting, right? And so we want to build momentum as quickly as possible. The best way to do that is by taking action now, right? Strengthen that action-taking muscle. Look at the plan of what needs to be done. Look at what you're not doing, and look at the difference between your day-to-day routine and the plan, and then implement today. Even if you're not executing at the highest level, right? So for example, for me, back in January, I made a commitment that we're going to be sending out 15,000 letters per month in our land investing business. The first day I didn't go and send out 15,000 letters on day one, but I took a bigger leap in terms of sending more that day than I would have the day prior, or the week prior, or the month prior. So just take the action that's getting you one step further, and let that momentum start working in your favor. The next is reviewing weekly, right? So a lot of what we're talking about here, it's planning in a vacuum. It's planning as if we have all the answers, which that is not how real life works, right? We're going to go through and build our plan, and hopefully most of the things in our plan of how to get to our goal are accurate. But truth be told, we're going to be missing some things. The environment's going to change, right? Like there's going to be a cyclical nature to everything that we do. Real estate market's going to change. Economy's going to change. Things are going to change. And so what we need to do is come back to our plan weekly and cross-reference our current results versus what we had initially intended to do with our plan. Cross-reference them. Hey, where's the disconnect? What's going on? Are we seeing the results that we wanted to see? And if not, what do we need to change anything? Or is this just a small blip on the map and we need a larger sample size before we can make a decision? It's not about making a new change or a new decision every week, but it's about reflecting and reviewing every single week, both on your performance and also your plan's performance that you've set out, and then making the changes necessary once you have a larger sample size of data. This is exactly how I think about breaking down any single goal in my life. In February, I'm riding 450 miles on a bike from Las Vegas to San Diego. I'm taking the same exact approach. In April of next year, I'm running a marathon in Maui. I'm taking the same exact approach, right? I first have to believe that I can do it, then I have to build out the plan, then I have to cross-reference it from what I'm doing today, then I have to start taking action on the plan and working on the things where I feel like there's a disconnect from my current habits, and then I need to review weekly. And that is how you break down and achieve absolutely anything in your life. Look at making 6 figures or making 7 figures or whatever you're going after in 2023 to get financial independence. It's absolutely achievable. But if you just set a goal and think it's going to happen or you're going to manifest your way to it, you're out of your mind. You need to follow a systematic approach. Yes, you need to have belief, you need to have spiritual fortitude, but you need a systematic, pragmatic approach to accomplish your goals. I hope this video helped. I'll see you guys in the next one.